Good morning, class. Welcome back in economics class. Okay, now we will continue with this chapter, that is meaning and functions of money, chapter number 6. Okay, so after understanding that what is money, okay, different characteristics of money, okay, now we will understand the functions of money. Okay, basically he was economist, he divided the functions of money into 3 categories. Okay, so this functions of money is classified by the Keynes. Okay, so the first is your primary function. The first one is the primary function. Second one is your secondary functions, right? Then third one is contingent functions. So primary, secondary and contingent functions. Okay, so functions of money classified into 3. First 3, primary, secondary and contingent. Then this primary function is classified into this two parts. Secondary functions of money is classified into 3 parts. Okay, and contingent functions of money is classified into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so first primary function includes your medium of exchange and second is measure of value. So these are the primary functions of money. Please don't get confused if it is asked that what are the primary functions of money. So the primary function of money is medium of exchange and measure of value. Okay, so that's why it is a primary function. Secondary functions of money classified into 3, right? The standard of deferred payment, store of value, and third is transfer of value, right? So it is classified into these 3: standard of deferred payment, store of value, and transfer of value. Secondary function. Okay. Next is contingent function. Now this contingent function is classified into 5 parts. Okay. First is maximization of utility, second is maximization of profit, third is distribution of national income, fourth is basis of credit, and fifth is miscellaneous function. Right? So this is the function of money. So let's understand the primary function, secondary function and contingent function in detail. Let's understand the primary function of money. Right? The first function of money. So primary function, as we know, if it is a primary function, so it must be the basic function of money, right? The first one is medium of exchange. In the definition of money only, we understood that this money is a medium of exchange. Okay, it is generally accepted by everyone and it is a medium of exchange. Now here the money is accepted as medium of exchange. All the purchases or sales are made through money. Means all the purchases and sales are made through this money only, right? So it is accepted as medium of exchange. Now ये क्या है? It is accepted by everyone as a medium of exchange. If I want to purchase anything, कोई भी चीज मुझे खरीदनी है, then when I will pay the money, I will get that particular product, right? So it is a medium of exchange. एक means बन गया through which we can purchase and sell the product. Okay, so it becomes very easy. और ये बार्टर सिस्टम का जो एक ड्रॉबैक था, दैट मीन्स बेसिकली डबल कोइंसिडेंस ऑफ फंड, इसने मनी ने उसको रिमूव किया, राइट? सो इट इज अ मीडियम ऑफ एक्सचेंज. सो प्राइमरी फंक्शन का पहला है मीडियम ऑफ एक्सचेंज. सेकेंड है मेजर ऑफ वैल्यू. नाउ मेजर ऑफ वैल्यू, बेसिकली दिस मनी इज मेजर्ड इन अ वैल्यू. सो व्हाट वाज हैपनिंग इन दिस बार्टर सिस्टम? बेसिकली इन बार्टर सिस्टम there is no value. Okay, for example, if a person is taking rice and instead of that person is giving clothes. Now that rice is measured with the piece of clothes, right? So क्या ये इसकी कोई वैल्यू है? फिर राइस किसी और के साथ एक्सचेंज की जाए, शायद वो उस कमोडिटी के साथ उसकी वैल्यू इवेलुएट कर ली जाए, राइट? सो कोई स्टैंडर्ड वैल्यू नहीं था. बट नाउ दिस मनी इज मेजर of value. Money is accepted as common measure of value. Now it is accepted as a common measure of value. Now if you are purchasing 1 kg of sugar in 50 rupees here in UP, then 50 kg of sugar in महाराष्ट्र, कर्नाटक, एवरीवेयर, राइट. सो वो 50 kg सेम रहेगी, एक वैल्यू है उसकी, राइट. मनी प्रोवाइड्स अ लैंग्वेज ऑफ इकोनॉमिक कम्युनिकेशन. नाउ दिस मनी प्रोवाइड्स अ लैंग्वेज. लैंग्वेज क्या है? जिससे कि सो दैट वी कैन just convey our ideas and thoughts with other person. Okay, so अब ऐसा करिए मैम. Okay, silent. So क्या कुछ समझ में आ रहा है? No. Even silence may be the person those who are not able to speak. So there also there is a sign language. Okay, so basically money provides a language of economic communication. It is a language of economic communication. Just please write all these terms, okay, in your notebook. So language of economic communication. एक language है कौन? Money. Money is a language of economic communication. Next is when we express the value of any commodity in terms of money is known as price. Whenever the commodity or the value of any commodity is expressed in terms of money, that is considered as the price of that particular product. ठीक है, क्लियर. कोई भी कमोडिटी की वैल्यू अगर मनी में मेजर की जाती है, सो दैट इज टर्म्ड एज प्राइस. उसी को क्या बोलते हैं? प्राइस बोलते हैं, राइट. मनी ऑल्सो एक्ट्स एज अ यूनिट ऑफ अकाउंट. इट इज ऑल्सो एक्ट्स एज अ यूनिट ऑफ अकाउंट. यूनिट ऑफ अकाउंट मीन्स, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इन इंडिया द वैल्यू ऑफ मनी इज रुपीज. ओके, then in USA dollars, in London pound, right? So in this way the money also acts as a unit of account. Unit of account होती है. Clear? Understand the secondary function of money. Okay? So secondary functions of money. First is standard of deferred payments, right? So here deferred payments refers to those payments which are to be made in future, right? So deferred payment is basically those payment which are made in future, जो हम future में pay करते हैं, right? So future payment which can be easily stated in terms of money. So these future payment can be easily stated in terms of money. For example, in barter system it was difficult doing this deferred payment. Deferred payments करने में थोड़ी difficulties होती थी, right? For example, if I am borrowing loan of 20,000, right? So at the rate of 10% की rate से, right? So after some the next year or after 6 months or whatever, so I will promise to pay 22,000, right? Because 20,000 का 10% कितना हो गया? Here 2,000, right? Now here 22,000. Okay. So now I will promise to pay the with interest that is 22,000. So ये आसान है future payments करने में, but barter system में ऐसा possible नहीं हो पाता था, right? Next is your store of value. Now this money we can store, okay? For example, in the barter system it was difficult to store the commodities. ठीक है, commodities को store करना difficult होता था. Money acts as a store of value. It means people can store their wealth in form of money, right? So in this the people can store their money in form of wealth. Okay, for example, they can save the money in banks. Either they can purchase any type of, either they can invest somewhere else. They can purchase land and then they can store it as a value. Okay, so this money can be stored for future use. Okay, clear? Next is transfer of value. Now here in this function, the value can be transferred from one person to another with the help of money. For example, when I am purchasing, okay, this marker from the shopkeeper, so I am giving basically money, and in return I am getting the ownership of this pen, right? So transfer of value क्या होती है? Transfer होती है from one person to another whenever we are paying the money. Okay, so this is the secondary function. Basically this secondary function is derived from this primary functions. ये जो secondary functions आए हैं, that is derived from the primary function. Primary function से derive होते हैं, right? Clear है? So first secondary function पहला है standard of deferred payment, right? Second है store of value. Third है transfer of value. Okay? Clear है? this standard of deferred payment, and I have taken the loan of I borrow some money of 20,000 at the rate of 10% per annum के हिसाब से है ये. Okay, this is the example of your book. It is given in your book. So per annum के हिसाब से I will promise to pay back 22,000 with interest, right? So this is the, हमें future payments करना आसान हो जाता है. हम इस वैल्यू को स्टोर करके रख सकते हैं. And the transfer of value, the ownership is transferred from one person to another, right? So this is your secondary function. And the last function is contingent. Let's understand the contingent functions of money, right? Contingent functions क्या होता है? It refers to those functions of money which help various economic entities such as consumer, producer, etc. in taking their economic decision. So these contingent functions of money help these economic entities, for example the consumers, the producers, the manufacturers, to take their economic decision. Economic decision लेने में उनको ये जो contingent function है ये help करता है, right? So let's see, for example, if the consumer is there, okay, consumer है, so consumer ये पहले ज़रूर evaluate करेगा on the basis of money only कि मेरे पास कितना है, कितनी मेरी purchasing capacity है, what is the price of the particular product, should I purchase that particular product or not according to the utility. So वो उसी के basis पे, money के basis पे ही वो ये सारी चीज़ें decide करता है, right? फिर प्रोड्यूसर्स हैं, प्रोड्यूसर्स के साथ भी ऐसा ही है, राइट, कि अगर वो अपने फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन में ज़्यादा कॉस्ट लगा देता है तो क्या उसे प्रॉफिट मार्जिन उसकी कम होगी, ज़्यादा होगी. सो ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ मनी ओनली दे आर डिसाइडिंग ऑल द दिस थिंग्स. ओके, लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड दिस. मैक्सिमाइजेशन ऑफ यूटिलिटी. Utility, you know that what is utility? It is a satisfying power of a commodity, right? So money helps the consumer in maximizing their satisfaction while purchasing various goods and services. So money is the only thing which maximizes, okay, maximizes the satisfaction of the consumer, right? जैसे for example अगर किसी person की income बढ़ेगी तो यानी उसकी कहीं ना कहीं जो मनी अर्निंग ज़्यादा हो रही है, राइट, तो उसकी जो क्या बोलते हैं डिमांड होगी वो इंक्रीज कर जाएगी, राइट. तो ये क्या होता है, मनी की मदद से ही मनी हेल्प्स द कंज्यूमर इन मैक्सिमाइजिंग देयर सेटिस्फैक्शन. मनी की हेल्प से ही वो क्या करते हैं, उनकी जो सेटिस्फैक्शन है वो मैक्सिमाइज होते जाते हैं, राइट. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर यूटिलिटी, वो अपनी यूटिलिटी के अकॉर्डिंग अपनी डिमांड्स को क्रिएट करते हैं. Clear? So maximization of utility. Second, maximization of profit. Now here, money helps the producer in deciding quantity of different factors of production to be employed. Now here, money ही उनकी help करता है. Money helps the producer that in deciding that how much the factors of production is to be employed in the different departments of the ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और इंडस्ट्री, राइट. तो ये मनी की मदद से ही प्रोड्यूसर को पता चलता है कि वो कितने फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन लगाए अपने कंपनी में. ओके, प्रोड्यूसर मैक्सिमाइजेस हिज प्रॉफिट इक्वेट्स मार्जिनल प्रोडक्टिविटी ऑफ फैक्टर विद इट्स प्राइस और रेट ऑफ रिम्यूनरेशन. यहाँ पे क्या होता है, नाउ द प्रोड्यूसर डिसाइड ही मैक्सिमाइजेस हिज प्रॉफिट, उसको अपना प्रॉफिट अर्न करना है, राइट. सो वो क्या करेगा, मैक्सिमाइज करेगा प्रॉफिट बाय इक्वेटिंग द मार्जिनल प्रोडक्टिविटी ऑफ फैक्टर्स विद इट्स प्राइस और रेट. अगर मान लो वो लेबर्स चार्ज बहुत ज़्यादा दे रहा है, ठीक है, और प्रोडक्ट की प्राइस बहुत कम रख रहा है, तो क्या होगी, उसकी जो प्रॉफिट है वो कम हो जाएगी, मिनिमाइज हो जाएगी. सो ये सारे एस्पेक्ट्स को वो प्रोड्यूसर जरूर ध्यान में रखता है. वाइल so in this way money helps the producers also. money भी क्या करती है, help करती है, right. money helps in maximizing the maximization of profit. Clear? Next is distribution of national income. Now this money only helps in distribution of national income. How? Basically money helps in distribution of national products through the system of factor prices. For example, wages, salaries, rent, interest, all these are paid in the form of money only. ये सब क्या है, मनी फॉर्म में ही पे किए जाते हैं, ठीक है. तो ये मनी ही है कि इट डिस्ट्रीब्यूट्स द नेशनल इनकम को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करने में हेल्प करती है. नेक्स्ट इज बेसिस ऑफ क्रेडिट. नाउ इट इज money which provides the basis of entire credit system. Now basically this money provides facilitates it is the base for the entire credit system. entire credit system में हेल्प करता है. अगर मनी ही ना रहे और कोई किसी से उधार क्या लेगा और क्या किसी को पे करेगा, राइट? सो बेसिकली the existence of money, important credit instruments like your check, bill of exchange cannot be used. So मनी के बिना हम इन चीज़ों के बारे में सोच भी नहीं सकते. चेक्स किसको क्यों काटेगा? जब पैसे होंगे, मनी होगा तभी तो, राइट? और बिल ऑफ एक्सचेंज क्या होता है? इट इज अ रिटन डॉक्यूमेंट बेसिकली कि हाँ मुझे इतना अमाउंट किसी को पे करना है. दैट इज बिल ऑफ एक्सचेंज. तो दैट इज पॉसिबल व्हेन द मनी इज देयर. So these are the contingent functions of money: maximization of utility, maximization of profit, distribution of national income, and basis of credit. So this is all about this chapter, that is meaning and functions of money. We have understood the meaning, and there are three functions of money, that is your primary function, secondary function, and contingent function, right? So basically in your primary function it comes your medium of exchange and measure of value. Secondary function includes your standard of deferred payment, second store of value, and the third transfer of value. And contingent functions includes your maximization of utility, maximization of profit, and distribution of national income, basis of credit. So this is all about this chapter. I hope that you have understood the concept. Okay, and thank you so much for watching this video.